Hi, I'm Neo2024 on Xbox Live. At least that's my gamer tag. And I've been a pretty avid fan of Halo series since over 10 years ago when it started. I've been playing since Halo 1 on day 1, November 11th, 2001. So I really care a lot about the franchise. I enjoy it a lot. And frankly, what the fuck, 343? It seems like everywhere you've come along, you're half-assing everything, and I'm kind of worried. So I wanted to address some of those concerns, and hopefully the community shares my input. The first thing I wanted to talk about is your first project, and that was the remake of Halo 1. Frankly, yeah, it was kind of nice to see Halo 1 being remade with a new graphical overlay, and that's nice. But what the fuck ever happened to the multiplayer functionality? You just abandoned it entirely so that you can incorporate what was there into Reach. And frankly, I think that was just half-assing it because you were already working on a title update with the Reach, and I mean, basically, you put no effort into it. I mean, updating the graphics and incorporating an actual Halo 1 multiplayer would have been fantastic, and that's what I think the community would have appreciated more, because I can't tell you how long I've wanted to be able to play Halo 1 online over Xbox Live. Now, I do know that there's Halo for PC, which I do have, and the community is great on there, and there's still tons of people playing on it, but the fact remains is, hey, you dropped the ball. You made a shit ton of cash on exploiting the community for their love of the title, I think. And I don't think there was enough effort that got put into it. I will say the graphical overlay was nice. It was definitely a great way to bring the title up to date as far as the campaign goes, but I still don't think it was a $40 worthwhile purchase. Maybe 20, maybe an arcade download or something like that. The other thing is, ever since you've taken over Halo Reach, a few things have just been spotty. From your implementation of the title update, which was uniform for a little while, and then everybody didn't want it in the first place. So then you offered us to vote, and now the populations are dramatically in favor of what it used to be. And that's because, in my opinion, a year after the title has already come out, if you're going to make your changes, they got to be minor. And what you were doing is major. You were going from basically catering to the community who had adapted to the Bloom in Reach and tried to incorporate what all the people who were still playing Halo 3 were whining about. And that in the MLG community. They have far too much pull because, frankly, MLG is great. They're very competitive. I appreciate the things that they do, and, the players are top-notch. But the fact is, and you can even see it, it's plain as day right now, that every single time another iteration of Halo that comes out, it's always them backtracking to the last version of Halo because some pro somewhere doesn't like Bloom, or doesn't like this, or whatever. These armor abilities are stupid. Now, what are they going to do with Halo 4? Probably make it feel like a Reach or something? I don't know. I mean, when I was playing Halo 3, they were trying to make that feel like Halo 2, as far as how they had it set up to play. So, I mean, it's just, for the title to continue to be fun, it has to evolve anyways. And there's a lot of good reasons that Bloom was in effect in the way it was, as slow as it was. I mean, it was a great way to stop things like host having a dominating factor in a hit scan environment where you're shooting your opponents and you don't lead your shots, but at least they can't just rattle it off as fast as you can and hit every whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little sad, and I honestly think that if you're going to do this title update and stick to it, you got to stick to your guns. I mean, the fact is what are you going to do? Oh, right now there's like seven playlists that are title updated, and the rest are not, and it's like the only ranked offering in Halo Reach at all is Arena. That's it. And it's title updated, so you really can't go off and play something else and expect to be competitive. It's sad. And I don't think the Halo 1 multiplayer integrated into Halo Reach's multiplayer was really... It was once again half-assed. It was incorporating what you guys were already intending to do, and then combining that with a Halo 1 re-release. So I thought that was pretty sad, pretty sorry. I mean, now there's 3 different styles of Bloom, at least, and then it's a mess. Halo Reach's multiplayer is probably the biggest jumble of crap ever right now. And it needs to be more uniform. You can have different things. I also wanted to address something that I think is a long time coming, because frankly, if you take a look at the community and what they can do with Forge, it's amazing. You know, the things that they have been able to accomplish with the engine. And yeah, it's not the classic shooter sort of stuff. Like they have racing and other types of games like Demolition Derby sorts of things and whatever, but they're fun. And it really shows what people can do when they take advantage of the engine and the Forge tools. And, I mean, it's already kind of cool that we've been implementing maps for a while, even since Halo 3, into multiplayer, because it shows that not only is the community there and backing up the title, it shows that you guys care enough to actually be like, hey, wow, this is good stuff. You know, so, honestly, I think there should have been a playlist by now that showcases, you know, all these different types of custom games, from races to Demolition Derby sort of stuff to different types of, I don't know, just different types of things. You know, I can't really. I mean, there's a game of chess on Halo Reach custom games. You can download it and play chess. I mean, that's kind of cool, and that might not work for a playlist, but so long as you do things that include like around 12 people, you could have a matchmaking custom game playlist. And it'd be a lot of fun. And people could actually see some other things besides, well, the regular playlist roster that we have had since like Halo 2. So, I mean, you know what I mean? It would be nice to have that variety and a way to take a break from just the normal shoot everybody till they're dead sort of thing. I wanted to also talk about Halo 4 and some of my biggest concerns with it being that this is, Halo 3, ODST, Halo Wars, and Halo Reach. 4 titles on this console, the Xbox 360, which is, it's old. It came out in 2005? That means it's 7 years old right now. That means it's at least 8 or 9 as far as development goes, because there's no way that those were absolutely top of the line parts, or even if they were still at least a year out. Irregardless, the fact is the console's old. The console's power has been tapped. So, on a graphical note, how are you going to improve the look of Halo beyond what it's already been done? I mean, Halo Reach tries, but the fact is it has frame rate issues. You know, there's, I think, draw distance issues as well that I've noticed. And, I mean, what are you really going to offer for Halo 4 on a graphical level? How is it going to evolve the title as far as the look? I've seen how Master Chief looks different and different skins for the weapons and, you know, whatever. But the other thing I wanted to address is this going to be Halo 3 with, you know, a new graphic overlay? You know, is it going to have basically exactly the same feel? Are the weapons that you're introducing, are they basically going to be, you know, a Covenant counterpart? You know, I mean, are you really evolving the title and thinking outside of the box with this? Because if it just feels like another Halo 3, why bother wasting $70 of people's money to go and play the next title. This is your chance to reinvigorate the entire Halo franchise. There hasn't been a title that has been exciting as Halo 1, because every single one, Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Halo Wars, whatever, you always knew what the hell was going on. You're going to fight the Covenant, at some point you fight the Flood, then they might fight each other and you might fight them. There might be a couple new things, new vehicles, whatever, new weapons. Nothing major, but, this is what you got. This is an entire chance to revamp everything pretty much from the ground up. And that's incredibly exciting. This could be as good as Halo 1 as far as, being fresh and people not really knowing what to expect right out of the gate. And that's exciting. But at the same time, if all you do is copycat Halo 3, how is it going to move the title into anything else? How is it going to not fall into what Call of Duty crap is? Like, basically, wash, rinse, repeat, add a couple new things. Here, yay, new title. I mean, if you're going to milk it, you're going to kill it. And that happens far too often with too many good things in the gaming industry. They just milk the shit out of something. I also wanted to address one more thing, and that's Halo Wars. Excellent title. And you have a great foundation to continue on with that. And frankly, it should be done. Because originally the idea of Halo was to be a real-time strategy game. And, it kind of goes back to that. And there's still a large community that loves that title and plays it on a regular basis, me included. And it's a great way to still indulge in my love for playing Halo, and just have a different approach. It's not a shooter, right? So it just feels different, and it's nice. It's a great way to take a break from the shooter aspect and just really throw in some real-time strategy. And I've always loved those types of games, and a lot of people do. And really, as far as console offerings, it may be one of the better ones. I mean, just because the controls are simple enough. You have something that can go somewhere, and you can really build it. And it may not be the $30 million or 30 million copies of sales, or whatever. I don't even know on day one. It won't be some record-breaking game, but it's something that is solid. It's solid, and you can build on. And if nothing else, you should at least update, patch, or revitalize the current title, Halo Wars, because there's so much there, and with a few balance tweaks and maybe new maps or different things like that, it could definitely continue living on. I mean, StarCraft, for the computer, held on for over a decade by itself with people playing it every day, until StarCraft 2 comes out. And there's still probably people on StarCraft 1. So RTSs hold. They are very good. And Halo is a franchise that will survive. Now, as far as titles and the concerns I have with them, that's about it. But I did want to also address something that I think is kind of silly, really. I've gotten every achievement in every Halo game that has ever existed. And you can check. My gamer tag is Neo2024. I have all the Halo achievements, all of them, including Halo 2 for the PC. And you guys don't acknowledge that game. I know it was a failure, but not because the title was bad or the work on the game was bad. It was a failure because Microsoft decided to try and promote an operating system that nobody wanted with the game. And that was a horrible approach to try and sell an operating system because so many people just stayed away from it. And it honestly has killed what could be, honestly, the community and the ability to give so many tools to the community on the PC versions of Halo has made it phenomenal. because you can get on there and play maps from Halo Reach. You can different customized options for the weapons. It's amazing, some of the stuff that people have done, but there's nobody there to play because because of Windows Vista. It's poor implementation. But I think that the people who have been hardcore and dedicated to the franchise, like me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, should be rewarded for getting those achievements and have it recognized on our waypoint. That's pretty much everything I've got, and I would show you more. This is my Legendary Edition Halo Reach, and I have very big hopes and very big anxieties about 343, just because, frankly, I think if you guys keep half-assing things, then the Halo franchise will be doomed. People will fall away from it because, nobody wants a regurgitated title. Nobody wants the same shit. You gotta evolve it. And you can't be afraid to do it. And it's alright to listen to the community to some extent, but you have to be able to break the mold and be like, we're gonna go in this direction, and that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be about balance and better gameplay mechanics and introducing new things that'll keep people interested, because you can't have the same title, regurgitated. If we were still building, if you were still doing what was being done from Halo 1, 3-shot pistols, no weapon alterations, nothing. I don't think it would have made it this far. It would have been bored with it by now. That's everything I have to say, and this is Neo202 signing out.